Hey, welcome back, watch fans, to the number one channel, the number one watch channel on the internet. Today, we're going to be talking about the anti-submariner. The anti-submariner. Now, again, some of you guys are thinking, why should I wear, the King Tut, the bluesy, as some of you losers call it, the flashy blue, steel, gold. I mean, the colors of, the Pharaoh, the blue and gold. Why should you wear a watch which, will attract a lot of women? You may have to, beat them off with a stick, right? This is the Submariner. Why? Some of you may say, look, you know what? I want to be a monk. I need a pussy repellent. Well, in that case, my friends, you're going to get the Explorer II. The Explorer II. Now, actually, this is the Explorer. Yeah, this is the Explorer II. Excuse me. Now, by the way, make sure you click the like and subscribe button right now. Make sure you subscribe to the channel because I know some of you lowlives are not subscribing, and I really could use the subscriptions to pay the electric bill this month. So please click the like button, the subscribe button, and leave your nasty comments. Now, let's look at the Explorer. Who buys this piece of garbage? Who buys this garbage? Now, this is a $9,600 watch at retail. This should be selling for like seven. I can't believe they're still making this watch. This should be selling for like maybe $7 grand. Again, why? I mean, compare the two. Now, again, who buys this watch, right? It's the pretentious guy who, he wants to be flashy, but he just doesn't have the balls, right? He just doesn't have the balls or the taste. It's like, he wants to wear this, but he just feels, a little bit self-conscious. He can't pull it off. I mean, this is a little bit too much of a, of a statement piece, if you know what I mean, right? Now, it's the guy who does want to flex, but he wants to make it a low-key flex. It's a low-key. It's like saying, hey, you know what? Yes, I could afford a Rolex, but you know what? I'm gonna be low-key about it. Does he need the 24-hour function, the dual time function? No, the guy's probably never been out of the country. I mean, now there's plenty of better dual time watches out there. I don't know why this Rolex now. This Rolex actually it's got an interesting history. It's got an interesting history. But I kind of almost want to be able to like it. I was looking at them. I just can't get into it. Let's give it a quick background. So this started off in the 70s. I think they launched it in the early 70s. And it got the name Steve McQueen because I think they used them in ads. I don't know if he ever wore it. And who gives a shit if Steve McQueen wore it? I mean, the guy was a piece of shit anyway. Now, the Italians call it the Freccione. The Freccione, I guess, means a little arrow, like Frecciarossa, the train. This is the Frecce. They should have called it the Frecciarrangia, Frecciarrangiata. But I call it the Troppo Brutto, the nasty, vicious vinyl watch. So you got the 24, you got the dual time function, right? The 24-hour GMT. Okay, big deal. I like this orange, the big orange hand. It's a very 70s look. I just find it so ugly. It's got a very kind of, I don't even want to say brutalist. It's like a very 50s. I hate the fonts. And by the way, I really don't like the font, the design. The font here it's nasty. So I will be getting rid of this watch, by the way. I will be getting rid of this watch. This is one of the pieces that will be up for sale from the collection very soon. Now, this is the rehaut version, the highly desirable edition, late, I think 2008, roughly 2008-9, before the ceramic bezel, which is disgusting. This is the beautiful, again, I don't like the janky bracelet, all that, but hey, that's the price you pay. Now, these also had the janky bracelet. Now, again, who's buying this watch in the 70s? Now, apparently they were made, Rolex made it for cave explorers, paleontologists or penisologists. I don't know, these guys. I mean, how many guys are out there exploring caves? I don't know. I don't know how many of them out there. But somehow somebody in Switzerland says, hey, well, we're gonna make this penis watch here, and for the 20 people out there that are exploring caves. I mean, most people are who are wearing this watch are they probably want to be exploring I don't know, Michelin restaurants, or actually no, the guy who wears this watch, they kind of have this like anti, they're the anti, flashy. They're like, oh yeah, we're gonna go to this hole in the wall in Williamsburg. It's the guy who lives in Williamsburg. That's who buys this piece of shit. It's the guy who lives in Williamsburg. Now, I remember when Williamsburg was a shithole. And yeah, actually, they've cleaned it up. They've put up some nice buildings, but it is a shithole at the end of the day. So that's who wears this watch. sort of like this hipster kind of guy who, you know, they have a Rolex, but they don't want anybody to know it's really a Rolex, but they do want you to know it's a Rolex. You know, it's, you know, they got the beard, the tattoos, so, you know, the watch, actually, look, you can get these things for like, what, $6 grand, roughly $6 grand. This is the older version, right? So this is the older version. The Explorer II, you know, has the bigger, thicker hand. The new one, you know, 42 millimeters, it's got the thick hand, which is nicer, right? You get that nice thick hand, the orange. I think that's, you know, that's the look I think you want. You want that nice, like similar to the original, but with a nicer bezel. Again, I can't get into this watch. The design is just, it's too, I don't even want to say minimalist. It's like brutalist, 70s. It's kind of like the ugliest stuff from the 70s. You know what it reminds me of? Okay, there's a French designer, Prouvé, P-R-O-U-V-E. He was sort of like the French Eames. I find his furniture disgusting. I know prices have increased. I know guys who collect it. I mean, I can't get into it. I'm the complete polar opposite of that. But that's what it is. This is the Prouvé watch. I mean, it's just, I don't know. It's like the guy who wants to be like, oh, I'm unique. I'm unique. I have a Rolex, but it's a unique Rolex. Yeah, okay. Look, guys, if you wear this watch, this is like a natural birth control. You will, I guarantee you that you will not get laid, ever. I mean, this is like pussy repellent. I mean, I don't know, compare the two. I mean, this is like douchebag watch, or this kind of like pretentious, you know, English literature professor or whatever, you know, English literature major, paleontologist. I don't get it, my friends. I don't get it. Those of you who are buying this watch, you really need to have your head examined. It is a piece of garbage. You know, it does have this look, though. I understand the appeal for those of you guys, you know, if you're wearing like a trucker hat, you know, and you're growing that beard long, like you want to be a Taliban or something. This is the watch you're gonna wear, right? You know, it's a different look. It's a different look. It's not my look. Anyway, let me know what you wankers think of that. Leave your nasty, vicious comments below. What do I think of? I have no comment on the market forecast or anything. I just don't understand this watch. I know people are kind of getting into it. You know, it's you know, some of them go for big money. The old vintage. I think it's a gimmick. I think it's a gimmick. If you want like an anti-Rolex, you get the turnograph. Like I have reviews of the turnograph here. I think that's a beautiful watch. 36 millimeter, which is perfect size. Okay. By the way, Steve McQueen wore 36 millimeter. Everybody wore 36 millimeter. Okay, that is the right size, and it's got the you know, the timing function and everything. I mean, you get a Yachtmaster if you want to be a little flashier, or if you want to be a real asshole, you get the Submariner, the King Tut. So, by the way, guys, if you do want to buy this watch, I will be having this up for sale. So, probably I'll have a price up soon. But this. Now this, of course, look, this is a celebrity-owned piece. Celebrity-owned watch. Could be yours. Comes with a box. No papers. Just the watch. And I have some extra links, which makes it a, you know, standard size, because I took out a couple of links. All right. Nasty, vicious Explorer II. By the way, don't get me started on the Explorer. That is a piece of garbage. I mean, the Explorer, the basic Explorer, that's like, who buys that garbage? Explorer. I mean, that is like... that's like the watch you buy when, like, I don't know, it's like 10 grand. What is this, 10 grand? What is this? Let me see this piece of shit. Oh my God, who buys this garbage? I don't get this. This is like a basic watch. It's cheap looking. You got the 369. I mean, okay, what is it, 369? I don't get it. Why is this watch 10 grand? This watch should be like $1,500. This is like a basic, I don't know, I don't even want to use the word two-door. This is like a, I don't know, Seiko, Citizen. Who pays 10 grand for this watch? I mean, there's got to be suckers born every day. Now, I do know guys who, I've seen guys wearing this. I tell you, I know a guy actually, I know a guy who has one of these, like a new one. I completely lost respect for him. This guy is a successful guy. He's like a lawyer. He's making, you know, good money. Why is he wearing a piece of shit like this? And I've seen it. He's got a couple of Rolexes, but why would he buy this garbage? Who buys this garbage? Who are these people? Who are these people? All right, guys, let me know what you think. Leave your nasty, vicious comments below and make sure you subscribe to the channel.